So I've flown a lot of World War II sims like IL-2 and stuff, so I'm pretty proficient at dogfighting close combat. But BVR is pretty new to me, so this is kind of what I've figured out. When I first started, people would shoot missiles at me and I would go straight up in the sky and do crazy barrel rolls and still get hit by the missile, which sucked a lot, especially in multiplayer. So I've been practicing against AI, and this is what I've been doing, and I think it's right, but I'm not 100% sure, so any tips or suggestions is appreciated, and if you're new, maybe this will help you out. But you can see I have two bandits, one MiG-29, which is actually a Su-27, and an F-15, and I'm in an F-15. So I put the 29 at 11 o'clock and I don't turn on my radar because I'm hoping that I'm not on his radar, but I don't know how to really tell if I am or not. I know once I start getting pinged hard that I am, and I assume that that means that he has a lock on me. But I put him at my 11 o'clock and I'll cut on my radar and usually cut it off, maybe cut it back on. Just hoping that he doesn't know where I am. And then once he gets inside the 40, or maybe sometimes I'll even wait till 20, I'll go ahead and lock him up, usually in TWS. But I don't know if it's a bug or what, but sometimes when I try to select a target on the radar, it selects it for like a split second and then unselects it again, which is really annoying when you're trying to not get shot down. But so I have him on the radar, and what I try to do is on the RWR, even though he's disappeared on the RWR right now, I try to keep him as close to 3 o'clock as I can on the RWR while still keeping him on the radar. So he's inside the 40, what's he's like 28 miles. There he is on the RWR. So now he's pinging me hard, and I'll start to climb a little bit and still try to keep him just on the edge of the radar and just as close to 3 o'clock as I can. So there we have a missile launch. No freaking out. I'll put my afterburners on. They're already on here, but a lot of times I don't have them on just to save fuel. So as soon as he starts pinging me hard, I put my afterburners on to pick up some speed and make that missile travel the longest curved path it possibly can. And I'm still keeping him in the edge of the radar, and I'm keeping an eye on my range for my 120. And as soon as it just depends on the situation, but as soon as I think I have him in really good range, I'll cut in on him and fire one away when I get a missile lock, but continue with my turn and put him on the opposite side. Or he was on 11 o'clock, so now I'm trying to put him on 3 o'clock while still keeping him on the radar, which really means he's at like 2. And there we have splash 1, and no missiles touched me. And so now I'm going to work on the 15 and pretty much do the same exact thing. So a few questions I do have is when, because really I just want to play multiplayer. I mean, single player is okay, but I really like multiplayer because it's against real people. So one thing, I don't know when I should have my radar on, how long I should have it on. Because I notice a lot, like in multiplayer, what I end up doing is flying around, never finding anyone, and then landing and getting fuel and repeat. And that I mean, that's not really what I'm looking for. So either that, or on the flip side, I fly around do find someone, and then if they disappear off the RWR, I mean, I'll even launch a missile. I'll get a missile lock on them, they'll be in range, I'll launch a missile, and then they disappear off the RWR, disappear off the radar. My missile just goes ballistic, and then, 1 minute later, I get shot down, and I never really knew where they went. So, that's something I would really like to get better at. And I don't know if I should turn my radar off in that circumstance, so hopefully they can't see me, or if I should leave it on so that I can figure out where they are. And I suppose right now I do a mix of both. And I do shoot, I mean, I get kills in multiplayer, but not my kill death ratio is not what I would like it to be. So here I had the radar off, hoping he can't see me. Put him at 10:30. And I also don't know about the jammer. It seems to me that you turn the jammer on, and where someone may have not seen you on their radar, now they definitely see you on their radar. And by the time the jammer would do any good, you're burned through, and they can just lock you anyway. So I'm not real sure what the point of the ECM is. Maybe it works on SAMs. I haven't practiced at all against SAMs. But I try not to ever really lock anybody up when they have their jammer on, because I don't have it, usually they burn through by the time they're in range of your missiles anyway. So even if you lock them up and fire on them while they're jamming, you're not going to hit them, I don't think, because they're too far away. And I could be wrong. I'm pretty new to jets. So again, I try to keep him just inside the radar, as close to, not 3 o'clock, but 9 o'clock as I can. And there I have a missile launch, no freaking out, no big barrel rolls, no crazy shit. I wait till the missile gets close to the front of me in the RWR, and then I'll cut in and fire, and then continue on around and put him as close to 3 o'clock as I can, while still keeping him on the radar. And we have splash. So that's pretty much it, and I'm just curious if I've got this right or if I'm missing something. Any tips would be appreciated. And that's it. Thanks for watching.